YouTube makeup lovers, so today I wanted to do a makeup organization video for you guys. I love my makeup. I like to have it nicely organized and accessible for me to reach at it and be able to find all my makeup whenever I need it. I have my vanity here where I sit at, and then I like to reach into the drawers very easily without having to stand up and getting them somewhere else. The first thing I want to show you is actually where I keep my makeup brushes, and they are in this little case here. This is actually a container with tons of different compartments. It's actually used for kitchen utensils. I bought this at the Container Store. They also have a smaller one that is specially made for makeup, but that one is actually really small, and I prefer this one that was nice and big. And I have my makeup brushes divided by function. Like, these are the ones that I use for blush and highlighting. These are the ones that I use for concealer, and so on and so forth. You have 5 compartments here that you can use for your makeup to keep it nicely organized, and I have this on my vanity so they're very easy to reach. Also, when it comes to makeup, you kind of have to think a little bit outside the box, and you have to buy things that aren't necessarily made for makeup. You have to just think about how it would have a good use for you and how it'd be nice and practical, but you also want it to be kind of pretty, especially if it's going to be in a visible area, not really in a drawer. Something else that I have, which I love, that I bought at Z Gallery. Let me get it here for you and show you. And it's where I actually have those containers that I just showed you sitting on my vanity, are these trays from the Z Gallery. Sorry for all the noise. Like this. This is actually a tray where someone would carry food or something like that. But I thought this was really pretty, and you know, it's white. It has like these little like huge little gems here. I don't know what they are, but they're nice and shiny and girly, and this is really big. So this is on each side of my vanity, and that's where I keep my makeup brush holders right here. I have 2 of them. So they're in a nice spot, easily accessible on my vanity. And it's just very comfortable and convenient, but it still looks nice and stylish and cute for the vanity. Something else I like to use to keep my brushes are these little boxes like this. This actually has, let me take out the brushes. This actually has 4 compartments like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. I also got these at the Container Store. I loved it because they were all white and my vanity's white, so it matches perfectly. But they're really cute to have. I have 2 of them. One I use to keep my brushes, and the other one I use to keep things on my vanity that I use every single day, like the mascaras that I'm using at the moment. I have my tweezers, I have my lash curler, I have my eyebrow pencil, which is pretty much the only one I use, and just some eyebrow gel and other mascaras, things that I have already opened up that I know I'm using. I don't like to put them back inside of my drawers where all the other stuff is, because I need to know that these are the ones that I'm going to be finishing up and using up right now. So these I keep on my vanity, and I think these are really cute and convenient. They were inexpensive. Oh, here's actually the price. This was $6 at the Container Store, so very cute. Also great for holding your brushes are these Sigma cases. These are actually the cases that are great to travel in as well. You just put them over your brushes and they close like this, and your brushes are nice and safe when you travel. But they're also great to hold your brushes. I think that was the purpose of Sigma, and you can use them as 2 cases for your brushes, and they stand up nicely. This I also have in my vanity, and this is where I keep the brushes that I'm using that I know they're already a little bit dirty. I don't put them back into these cases. All the brushes that are in here are nice and clean, and as I use them, I start putting in to these little cases, which I have 2 on my vanity like this. This is the one from the Mrs. Bunny collection, and this is the one for the regular collection, which I don't know how it comes now, but I remember I think I bought this one separately. The black one is sold separately, so you don't have to get the whole brush set. You can just get the little cups. I love Sigma brushes. Those are one of my favorite types of brushes. I've been using them already for years. They keep on coming out with new things all the time. The first time I heard about Sigma brushes was actually on YouTube years ago. I saw them on Makeup by Tiffany D's channel, and I just fell in love with them. They're really great brushes at a great price, and these cases that they have come up with lately are just amazing. Also from the Container Store, I like these mesh trays. They're used they're not really for makeup. They're like at the Container Store. You can use them for kitchen utensils. I mean, you can use them for so many things. I love to use them for makeup. They're like this. They're pretty. They're mesh. They come in different sizes. I have a big one like this where I keep all my palettes because all my palettes come in different sizes. So I like to stack them up here in a row, and you can fit a lot of stuff here. They also come in a smaller size like this. Here I keep tons of blushes in here. They come in this size. They also come in this little size like this. Here's where I keep my NYX jumbo eyeshadow pencils. And they also come in a longer size like this, which is great to hold single eyeshadows. And these are great because you can stack them one on top of the other, especially if they're the same size. You can put a bunch. Like if the items that you have inside are pretty much flat, then you can put other things on top of it like this, and they fit perfectly. So pretty much the small one and the medium one is the exact same size as the longer one, and these are really great. These though, they're kind of narrow, so there's certain eyeshadows that fit. Like I have these palettes like this that they fit perfectly in these little mesh ones. But then I also found these larger ones at the Container Store that maybe fit bigger, like compacts, like my Mineralize skin finishes, bigger MAC products like the bronzers, or even like those big blushes that they've come up with in their special editions. But these are good for smaller compacts like this, and now I'm going to show you the ones that I use for wider compacts. And forgot to show you, they also have this size like this in the mesh. So they have tons of sizes. Here it is how I stack them. This is like a smaller size. On the bottom I have my MAC pigments, and then on the top they fit perfectly with my gel liners, and I can probably even put another one on top. My drawers are pretty wide in the vanity, so I can't keep everything in just one row because I'll lose a lot of space. So I like these because they're easily stackable and they still look really pretty. I like to keep my MAC palettes in another one of these mesh ones. Here's actually another size that I found. This is just like a big square. It's like a rectangle actually. Let me show you how it looks like when it's empty. It's like this. And I love putting my MAC palettes on here. They fit great. Let me show you how I identify the ones, because how I identify the colors, because these are the older palettes, so they do not have the clear top, so you really don't see the colors. But I'm going to show you what I do to identify which palette is which. So here are the palettes, and as you can see, they have little dots on the top of them, and those dots actually identify what colors are in here. For example, here is the one with the blue dot, which means that in here are my blue eyeshadows, and I take a picture of the actual palette. I put it up here, and on PowerPoint what I do is I put the names of all the eyeshadows so I know exactly which ones they are. So that's how I organize my palettes. For example, here is the one with the purple dot, and then inside I have my purple tone eyeshadows, and the same thing, I take a picture so I know exactly which color is which. These are the wider ones that I wanted to show you. It comes like in an acrylic case. It has two compartments, one really long one from here to here. Here you see right here is like the separation. And then this is perfect for MAC things like this. The size is just amazing. They fit, the Mineralize skin finishes fit here perfectly, whereas in the mesh ones that I just showed you, they're too narrow, so these big compacts wouldn't fit there. But in these big ones, they fit great. Also from the Container Store. As you can tell, I love the Container Store. For other palettes that I have some Z palettes here, and I also have some Coastal Scents palettes here. This is a letter sorter, also from the Container Store. Let me show you. This is what it looks like, pretty much like this, and you can put each palette here so they're nicely separated and they all stand up nice and straight inside my drawer. Like I said, my drawer is pretty wide, so when I put the palette in the letter sorter, it closes perfectly with a drawer. This letter sorter is also from the Container Store. It even still has a price. This was $5.99. You can put 2 together and just have all your palettes in a row. So I think this is really nice and convenient, and your palettes stand up really nicely and you can see exactly what it is that you have. I really like these Z palettes as well. I think they're great for organizing your eyeshadows. These are lots of eyeshadows that I have depotted from different brands, and they're really cute. The ones I have a pink one, I have a red one, I have a zebra one, a leopard one, and my last one is like a purple one, which I love. They have a bunch of new stuff. I've seen other things that they've come out with recently. They have different colors. They have the really wide one now, which is like the dome shaped Z palette, so you can put your baked eyeshadows in there as well, and I just really love these palettes. For pencils and other products like this, I also use the mesh pencil holders or pen holders. I use these for my eyeliners. I also use them for my eyeshadow pencils that I have, which I have a ton. And I think here they're kept nicely organized and standing up, and I have them here in my drawer. Also, they have clear cases like this. This is kind of like a plastic case. It's a square. I can't remember where I bought this. I think it was at the Container Store too, but I'm thinking maybe Target. I'm kind of confused. I can't remember. It has like these little feet at the bottom so that the thing doesn't move around, and they're nice and sturdy. Here I have my Maybelline color tattoos. I like it because I can see all the colors and they just sit really nicely, and it's a really good case. These, they come in different sizes. I remember seeing them in tons of sizes, and I really only just got one of these. For lipsticks at the Container Store, they also sell lipstick holders. These are one of the lipsticks holder that I have, and I'm going to show you the other one in a second. This one is really good. The Container Store one for lipsticks that come in bigger cases like these. These don't fit in my other lipstick case, so that's why I had to get one that had bigger holes. So you have to keep that in mind when you buy them, that some lipsticks may not fit. The other ones that I have where I keep the majority of my lipsticks, I have 2 of these. This is where I keep my MAC lipsticks, is this one right here. I think this one holds 60. I bought this on eBay. I really liked it. I saw it recommended on YouTube, so I went and I found it. It fits all my MAC lipsticks, and these lipsticks fit perfectly here. But for example, when I had this lipstick, this doesn't fit in the hole. So that is why I had to get a bigger one, and that is why I had to get this one at the Container Store. So the Container Store has great stuff to organize your makeup, but there are other places where you can find things too that are maybe even a little bit more affordable. Check out eBay for different organizational items. That's also where I got some nail polish racks that I found. I mean, eBay is really great. Just look for lipstick holders on eBay, or any other things for makeup, any other acrylic cases, or even more mesh cases. eBay, you can pretty much find anything. Also, Amazon is a good option. And for stores, I like Target or even Office Depot. You can find things that are for school supplies or office supplies. A bunch of stuff that you can buy at an office supply store that is also great for makeup. But of course, like, my favorite store is definitely the Container Store. Here's another case that I have. It's also a plastic case. I got it the same time that I got the other plastic case that I showed you, the one where I have my color tattoos. This one is the same style. It has 3 compartments though. They're divided up into 3. Here, I don't know if you can see the separation there, but it's pretty much 3 different areas. Right here is where the separation is, and I like to use this for my foundations. I have like foundations here, some tinted moisturizers and primers. Here I have more primers and some face highlighters, liquid highlighters. So I like to have these here in the drawer right next to me because it's like one of the first things that I reach for in the morning, my foundation. So I like to have it readily accessible. Also, save some of the containers that your makeup comes in. That is really cute. For example, I love to save my powder flage container, my Benefit powder flage. It's a cute little tin can that has like the little whole camouflage effect going. And this will be great to put on some makeup brushes like this and just leave it on my vanity. It's really cute. So you kind of have to think of different things that you can use. Boxes, maybe you can cut them in a sort of way that they'll work really well as a container. So that is pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this makeup organization video and that you got some new tips and tricks on how to organize your makeup. Let me know if you want to see a jewelry organization video, because I also love to organize my jewelry. And also, if you want to see how I store my nail polishes, check the video down below where I show you my nail polish collection, and I also tell you exactly how I organize them. And as always, thank you so much for watching B Lounge Makeup. Bye!